You are with Dr. Nita Chhinzer. In this episode, we will be decoding some comparative methods for performance management. Some performance management evaluations rate employee performance relative to the performance of others, rather than against an independent scale. For example, your professor may be given a goal to write 2 research publications a year, among many other things. In a non-comparative evaluation, if this professor publishes those 2 research papers, then they're meeting expectations, regardless of how much or little other professors published. In a comparative ranking, the professor's performance would be evaluated and compared against that of their coworkers. If coworkers published an average of 4 research papers a year, this would have a deflationary impact on the professor's relative or comparative performance. If others had published 1 research paper a year on average, this would have an inflationary effect on the ratings of the professor who published 2. Some companies use comparative ranking methods. For alternation ranking method, employees are basically ranked from the best to the worst on a trait or traits to develop a list of employees from the highest ranking employees to the lowest ranking employees. In this case, this is truly a comparative assessment because you're being compared to the performance of others, not compared to a preset, independent goal. For example, salespeople at a retail shop might be ranked in best to worst on the ability to deal effectively with customer complaints. A little bit more complicated than the alternation ranking method is the paired comparison method. In this method, a ranking is a little bit more precise. So for every trait, such as quality of work or quantity of work, every employee is paired with and compared to every other employee. Suppose that there's 5 employees to be rated. In the paired comparison method, a chart is prepared, similar to the figure in front of you, in which all possible pairs are assessed for each trait. Each trait is indicated with a positive or negative to indicate who is better of the pair. Next, the number of times the employee is rated better is added up. Rio was ranked the highest because they had the most plus marks for the quality of work, while Art was ranked the highest for creativity. So why do employers use ranking or comparative methods when evaluating performance evaluation? In reality, some small employers use this because it's relatively easy to develop and quite easy to understand. Some employers avoid this, suggesting that it's open to too much interpretation and subjectivity. Instead, some employers combine this with other methods, such as the critical incident technique, the